Welcome back, everybody, as we continue on Sports Talk. So now we've got the room the way it needs to be because the Foss is still with us. Dean Cain has joined in as well. And as you'll see this on the Zoom call later when we put this on our YouTube channel, Dean's here and he's wearing a Tampa Bay Bucks shirt. He's got the Tampa logo. Love that when it came out. And Dean, first off, welcome back to the show. Foss has kept the seat warm for you for the last 40 minutes or so, but that is perfect. That's a great way to start your segment right now.
Thank you, Cappy. Foss has kept my seat warm for the last 54 years, to be honest. And I've kept his warm as well. It doesn't sound right, but no,
you what you did when it came to warm was eat my Nana's chicken wings, stealing my chicken wings,
and I would do it again. And I would do it again. And you would eat my fettuccine Alfredo that I had hidden away in the corner of our senior room in Spelman. It's a shame on you.
You're right. Where'd you get the shirt from?
Grandma's chicken wings I would eat them. I would take them from you if you were starving. Sorry, they're too good.
What was the deal about the chicken wings? What was the special ingredient?
So she was smart enough to make 2 tins, one for her grandson and then one for the room.
I don't know what she put some magic and some love in them, and they were fantastic.
And we ate them. He ate them.
I'd do it again.
Where'd you get the shirt? Where'd you get the shirt?
I sent away from it because I saw Brett Favre wearing it at a Tampa Bay game, and I was like, I gotta have Tom Brady as the Buccaneer, and because I like old guys and
mature
guys, and I've been wearing it all season. And he's doing real well. So I'll find one for you, Foss, so you don't try to steal this one.
Right.
That's good.
We have a game, Cappy, we have a game that we play as best friends.
What's that?
So
steal your partner's clothes.
Yeah. Like he gets to take one. But so let me, we're talking Cowboys and everything. So you may know this. So Everson Walls is a cousin of mine. And he had given me one of his Cowboys t-shirts. Hey, cuz, it was like, go for it. And it had the gray, had the Cowboys helmet. So I come back now this is after the accident. I rehabbed and was doing everything great. And come back to campus. So I think our junior year, whatever. And Dean sees it. And he says, hey, boss, I want that. So whoa, hold up, man. I said, I know what the deal is, and you're my boy. And I said, but my cousin Everson Walls just gave me this t-shirt. This is an official t-shirt from the Dallas Cowboys. I said, my cousin's all pro. He led the league in interceptions. Well, I don't know. Maybe it's serendipitous, Cappy, but the rules are the rules. He takes the shirt, leads the nation in interceptions. How's that it's kind of creepy, good creepy, but he took the juju from the shirt and
it works. I think it works, and I never gave it back.
Never gave it back. Like, thanks for letting me use this. I'm a first team All-American, Walter Camp, all that good stuff. Here's your tee. He said, no, I think I'm gonna keep it.
It's mine, and I'm not gonna give back the juju.
No, but I will say this, Cappy, and rest in peace. Dean gave me a Kobe Bryant Lakers practice jersey.
Wow.
That's invaluable.
Absolutely. Dean, did you have a pretty close relationship with Kobe over the years?
I admired him tremendously, and I ended up with a couple pieces of swag from him. I got to see him play a number of times, but I never knew Kobe personally. I got to sit sideline at a Lakers game, and he scored and was like, and I was like, that's all I need. That's all I need to give me a what's up. And that's it. But I was able to get some swag and some things from some of the charity things that I had visited and been around, and friends with Shaq and some other folks like that. So I was able to get that. And, look, I stole Foss's cousin's shirt. He might as well steal that from me. Fair as it goes. But I was actually really affected when Kobe passed, the way that happened, just because of the way that Mamba mentality that he had. You thought you could never go down, and in the height of life. I know it wasn't the height of his basketball career at the time, but it was really the height of life when you look at a real lifespan and the things he was probably going to be able to do. And it's just such a heartbreaking thing, and it puts that mortality, up front and center. You go, because you forget about that sometimes. You think a guy like Kobe Bryant couldn't happen to him, and then there you go. So it really was a moment.
Are you enjoying the current group of Lakers and what they've been able to accomplish, not just winning last year, but obviously set this year as well?
They've done a nice job. Pelinka's doing a good job putting together a squad. It was a weird season because you couldn't go to any games. I like to go to the games. I love Anthony Davis. Obviously, there's a reason they call him King James, and it's fun. My dad's a huge Laker fan, so he was a little upset that they got rid of some of the young guys to bring in Anthony Davis. And I was like, Dad, Anthony Davis is the greatest big man there is in the game right now. He didn't agree with me, but then they win, and he's like, I told you. I'm like, you told me what? What'd you tell me? You told me what? Yeah, it's exciting. I think the Lakers are building something really powerful.
They are.
And I'm hoping for a full season next season and see how they hold up.
Absolutely.
And I first time courtside for the Lakers. Yeah, I'm ready for that. Yeah, sure.
We'll get it done.
There you go. That's it. Now, have you been to a game together, guys? Have you guys watched a Lakers game together?
Yes.
Yeah, but not courtside.
Not courtside.
Well, courtside's tough. Premium seats. I mean, have you the Nicholson seats? Those aren't cheap, guys.
I know people.
Okay. No, just like you did for that Brady jersey and the Brady shirt, right? That's exactly right.
I know.
Before I wrap up the hour, I got to ask you. Question came in on Twitter. Would you leave acting to take a D coordinator job at UTEP, assuming Foss is your offensive coordinator?
Yes. I'm sorry. Did I let you finish answering the question?
No, it's
asking the question. Okay. Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely. Except there'd be some problems. Like if the defense was shutting teams down, the offense was putting up like 14 points a game, there might be a few brawls in the locker room. And the converse, if they're putting up 42 in a game and still losing, he'd have some words for me.
Have you ever coached college football in any capacity, or high school, or any of that for that matter? Or did acting come so quickly you never had the opportunity to get back into it?
I never had the opportunity to get back into it, but I have coached. I think at a level that would prepare me for UTEP being the D coordinator. I coached my son's 6 and 7 year old football team. They were the Giants, and I did a heck of a job as coach there. We were shutting teams down, so I think I'm ready.
Back right now with the Foss and Dean Cain, and continuing our conversation where we left off last hour. We found out that Dean would leave acting to take the defensive coordinator position at UTEP, which just opened up today. As long as Foss is in as offensive coordinator, they can help lead the resurgent Miners starting next season. In the meantime, Mr. Christmas and Santa Foss are joining us. Now, there's this great photo that you'll get a chance to see when you watch the YouTube replay of this. Foss, where did you get this? And give me the origin of this story. And please, Dean, confirm it just to make sure that Foss isn't fibbing when he talks about this.
He's always fibbing, but I confirm it anyway.
Foss does not fib. There's no need for Foss to fib. That photo was taken in 1988 during class day. We were actually asked by our class to escort the new president who was being installed as we were graduating, President Shapiro. And as seniors, we got to walk the president. There's an area at the front of the campus called Cannon Green where you congregate as seniors. And as we walked the president out to where he was going to give his little hey howdies and then do what we did for a senior class, somebody caught us in our beer jackets and everything. And so the photo is just the two of us during that class day. And then I think, did Tony put the...
Tony Chiloli from Australia? Tony?
Somebody added the caps because we were talking about Christmas and how meaningful the season is. And so they came up with that because we were talking on Twitter. And I said, it would be fun for some of Dean's fans that have kind of had a chance to know me now is we'll take that picture and we'll we'll sign them. Both of us will sign them and send them out as Christmas card inserts to the folks that have been following us on Twitter. And so I saved some. There are more available. People have asked because it's been about 3 years since we did it, but I have, you know, we're not going to just put them everywhere, but there could be cause of sending more out.
That's a great story.
She added the Santa hats on us.
Okay, I like that. And this was like 3 years ago. You had the Santa hats. You signed them. You sent them out as holiday greetings. And now, since you kept them, which of course you keep everything, right? You do.
Well, no, there was. I purposefully made. I remember Dean was like, "How many of these we?" I said, "Dude, it's not that many, 100." But so we actually we sent them out worldwide. You know, like LL worldwide, know whether you like it or not. And so we just sent them to folks that requested the cards.
That's nice. So the autographed cards for both the Foss and Dean Cain are there together. Dean, I'm curious. Out of all the years that you guys have known each other, Foss is laughing.
Could be anything.
Well, because I know something's coming.
I haven't even asked the question yet. Okay, so all the years you guys have known each other, how many autograph requests has the Foss asked somebody that you were with that ultimately, you know, he wanted something signed during the time you guys were together?
0.
Foss, you know it can't be a 0 because we already covered this quietly when we were talking before. It's not a lot, to be honest. I would say less than 10.
Whose autograph have I ever asked for that we? Oh, Pamela. I guess Pamela.
Bingo. Ding,
but
ding,
that
ding.
Was not for me. That was for the guys in the dorm at Nebraska.
For you, Foss. That's the point, though. It wasn't for you. You're not asking it for you. You get it for somebody else.
Right.
That's the kind of guy Foss is. If you want something and he can try to get it done, he'll do it as a favor. That's what Foss is.
Yeah,
a good guy.
He's like, sign it to Ralphie, and she's like, "Is your name Ralphie?" He's like, "It is now." No, but it's like, but we've done it before. I think we had Shaq might have done so. I don't remember. There's been more than one occasion.
No, that's it.
You didn't even remember the Pamela thing we were talking about 5 minutes ago. Come on, Foss.
I do remember the Pamela thing.
I know you do. Now
I woke up, and to tell you in the mid-90s to be in your best friend's home, nice home, dog, and walk out and see Pamela Anderson in a white towel say good morning and meet Pamela Anderson that way was crazy. I was like,
happy birthday to. No, I'm kidding.
But here's the question, Dean.
Not a terrible sight.
But doesn't it get to the point where you guys know each other so well, right? And Foss has been around celebrities the entire time you got into acting and seen all that. I would think that they'll get to a point where even Pamela Anderson in the 90s wouldn't phase the Foss. Like he'd just say, you know what? She's with Dean and it's cool. That's just the way it is. Not like that when he saw Pamela, huh?
No. Foss was never phased. Never phased at all. Not at all. I mean, heck, he was up on screen with Kimbo Slice playing his partner.
That was great.
Up.
Yeah. You know, we went out, the movie Night at the Roxbury.
Mm-hmm.
We went out to the Roxbury. Mario Van Peebles, who's in New Jack City. Our girl from Houston, from the Red Shoe Diaries, Joan Severance.
Oh, Joan, yeah.
Joan Severance. Oh, I mean, we had
story. Don't tell it. You ain't gonna tell that.
No, we're not gonna tell that. We're just gonna say pop champagne like Jules, and Ron Brown, baby. Pop champagne. Oh, we've gone out with Lennox Lewis and Paris Hilton. Bottle service, Cappy. You should have been at that one. Dean spent a good chunk on that black Amex. That was a good time. You should have been a part of that one, Cappy.
That would have been. I didn't know you back then. That was BF, before Foss. So,
yeah.
You know,
there's DC, AD, and BF.
yeah. That was a good night. Right, that was a good night, Cappy.
I got to ask.
And then the George Clooney, John Stamos, and unfortunately, Lori They had a little issue with the colleges at Sky Bar on Sunset.
Lori Loughlin.
Yeah.
Lori had a little issues with the colleges.
I had a little issues.
That's a good
But
way
she
to
was
put
a
it.
sweetheart. She
She
got
is a
me
sweetheart.
smoking cigars.
Total
Remember
sweetheart.
the Russians? The Russian, they had the daughters and the mom. The mom looked good too, Cappy.
I believe
Yeah.
it. I
So,
believe it.
you know,
You
so
weren't,
we've
you
been
weren't
out.
talking to the mom though, Foss, were you?
No, I was talking to Lori and the daughters.
Just kidding. I'm kidding. I'm trying to throw you under the bus.
I know you did.
Now you are all over Lifetime and Hallmark Channel right now. This is it. This is the time of year where you
Christmas
shine.
time.
That's right. This is why you're Mr. Christmas. That is exactly right. And you mentioned all the movies you have. There are certain times of the year, like for me, football season, it's 4 months. We're always talking about big things every single day on the show. It's huge. Summer a little slower because it's baseball season. For you, from literally late October through the beginning of the new year, it is all about these movies, right? Pretty much.
These movies. I'm also currently hosting the Christmas Caroler Challenge on the CW. Listen, back on Lois and Clark days, Superman, first episode I ever wrote for that show, second season, was a Christmas episode. I love Christmas, and there's so much fun stuff that happens at Christmas. Families getting together, all the drama that happens. It's just a beautiful time of the year, a nostalgic time, and there's great drama that can happen. My favorite movie in the world is probably It's a Wonderful Life. That kind of says it all.
Oh, it's another Princeton guy.
James Stewart.
Jimmy Stewart.
Yep. I met him in an elevator a few years after college. And I remembered all the things that Pink Baker and people taught us at Princeton, which was, I was like, Mr. Stewart, how are you, sir? Dean Cain, class of 88. And it was like, oh, Princeton man. All right. And it was very cool. So, to introduce yourself and give your class was a very cool thing. And I got to meet Mr. Stewart, and that was an honor. Is there
one movie in particular for you that this time of year that just stands out amongst all the ones you've been in before? Is there like one particular favorite, or are they all just great movies?
Of mine?
Yes.
Oh yeah. Well, there's a lot of them. It's funny is because I hear from people who watch the movies like which ones sort of stand out for them, and one of them that a lot of people talk to me about is one called The Three Gifts or The Gifts. I don't know. Maybe it's a different title now. But it's when my wife and I own a toy store thing, and we're fostering 3 kids who don't have a place to stay, and we end up adopting them. But it's a really sweet story, and it's just the kids are funny and great. And for some reason, I keep hearing about that one. People remind me of it over and over and over. At Comic-Cons things, people say that they love that movie so much. It's crazy. So that's
when the honeys get so, and they're like, oh, I love this man.
But that one sticks out. That's a nice one. I don't know. I kind of lose track after a while of how many Christmas movies there are out there. I really enjoyed Broadcasting Christmas with Melissa Joan Hart. That was fun. And I like this winter one I did with Christy Swanson. That was really kind of recent. Those are fun. But I'd have to look at the whole resume of them to sort of point out. But that Three Gifts is one that's sweet because it's in that spirit of like family and adoption, and I'm adopted too. So it's close to my heart.
Now you got a bunch of pictures behind you. There's one that looks like a football picture in black and white, specifically like directly behind you. It looks like there's a 36 out there. Is that a football pick that we're looking at?
So Hall of Famer Ralph Wilson, owner of the Bills,
Mm-hmm.
and the founder of the Bills. Hall of Famer Bruce Smith, and a little known defensive back from Princeton, number 36. So it's Hall of Famer, and should be Hall of Famer. All on the same photo. But I love that photo. And somebody, it's one of these things that you sort of discover on the internet, because I had never seen that photo till somebody posted it on Twitter or something. And I was like, what is that? I must have that. And I was able to get my hands on it. And I love it. It's a great thing to post practice, walking off the practice field and with a couple of Hall of Famers. And we had about 6 Hall of Famers on that squad. So it was pretty amazing.
That's cool. And I love the fact that you never even seen that photo until the internet, which just goes to show you there's so much stuff that no one even knows is even there. And yet that's the best place to find it.
Absolutely true. I'm loath to admit it, but it's true. And I've seen pictures of me playing that I'd never seen before from Buffalo days and stadium days, pictures. Some grown man sent me a picture of me and a little kid. And he's like, that's me at stadium day in Rochester when you were playing for the Buffalo Bills. And I'm like, you're a grown man. That's impossible, because that was about 15 minutes ago. And he's like, no, man, I'm 36 and you're old.
I love it. Now, we talked football earlier before we brought you on. Washington's got a 1-game lead over the Giants right now. Cowboys are last, which
what a division that is, right?
Oh, it's unbelievable. Do you think the WFT will be able to hold off the Giants and win this thing over the next 3 weeks?
The WFT. There's that picture. That's actually it, Foss. He found that picture of that kid. They had a great game last week. Great defense. Chase Young is a beast. They're looking good. I don't think so. I don't think the Washington football team is going to win that division. I think it's going to be the Cowboys or the Giants.
But if the Cowboys win, they got to win out. And then Washington needs to lose all 3, because if they tie, Washington owns the tiebreaker and they've got a 2-game lead with 3 to play.
Okay, that's a lot of science right there, Cappy.
That's a lot of math, man, which is not his strong suit. You know what I'm saying? I tell you the best, if you want to get a movie that gives the essence of the two of us real quick in one scene, Hollywood Shuffle sneaking into the movies.
People are going to be like, is that thing in black and white? No, it's not. It was way back in the day. Way back in the day.
With that episode with the dialogue back and forth of those two guys, or that's us.
That encapsulates it. But you stray from the subject, Foss. We were talking about whether the Giants are going to be in there or Cowboys are going to be in there, or
Giants have a better chance.
I'm sorry, the Washington football team. I did it. I said it. I said the Redskins. 1,000 partners.
I did it last week. So
it's hard not to. You say John Riggins, who do you play for? I'd say the Redskins, and I'd be right. But
that's correct.
I couldn't say the Washington football team.
He didn't play for the Washington football.
No, he did not. So I just don't think that the Washington football team is going to be it. I've been wrong before. I'd love to see the
quarterback's hurt. Haskins now coming in changes the whole
dynamic. It does. But I'd like to see the Giants get there, just for our classmate and partner, Jason Garrett. I'd like to see that happen. And it's the only time I've ever rooted for the Giants in 30 years.
Do you know Jason has COVID? He got COVID.
I did not know that. Oh,
maybe you can send him a text the way Foss says he's going to reach out to him now, because he told us that on the show he's going to make sure he sends his best. He sends some support.
I can do that right now.
Okay.
But I won't. I'll wait till we're done.
Thank you. That's very nice of you.
I had no idea. Jason's super strong. He's going to be fine. I'm sure he'll pull through this.
Who's your pick right now out of the NFC and the AFC with 3 weeks left to go? Who do you like to come out of these?
Let's go, Buffalo. Let's go, Buffalo. As a former Bill, they look so good. I'm very excited about them. Obviously, Kansas City's a juggernaut. You can't put anything past, that young kid, the MVP, the reigning MVP.
Where's he from?
He's from Texas, for the love of Pete.
Patrick Mahomes.
It'll never stop.
No.
So I like to see Buffalo get there. Sorry, Steelers, they ain't getting there. I don't know who's going to come out of the NFC.
Right there.
Who? These guys? Nah. I love Tom Brady, but I don't think they get there. I think they get close, but I don't think they do it.
Russell the Wilson.
I'd like to see Russell the Wilson, and my favorite receiver right now, the beast himself, DK Metcalf. Good Lord.
On my fantasy team, yo.
He's on all of my fantasy teams, and I have 7.
Except
for the one you stolen from me on our league. I'm already out of the playoffs, so I don't even count that anymore. I've never been out of the playoffs. In the entire time we've had the league, I've never been out of the playoffs. One game.
It's 2020, yo. My jersey number. It's an effed up year. The most effed up year we've ever had on the planet.
And you got it.
It's my year, man.
Somehow that's
apropos, right?
That's how it goes. Apropos, baby.
Dean, I figured you would go with Green Bay just based on the season Aaron Rodgers has had this year.
It's great. Aaron Rodgers has an unbelievable season. I also have him on a couple fantasy leagues, and he's fantastic. I'm really bummed out that Lazard got hurt early, because I was really excited for him this year. But they look really good.
Back?
I know he's back now. He had the core surgery, and he's back, but he's just having to move in. He's getting in there. Listen, if he hits his stride by playoffs, I mean, Devontae Adams is insane and doing incredible stuff. They could be. I just don't feel like they're going to get there. I don't know what's going to happen. They were always the Dallas Cowboy killers. I don't think they have to kill Dallas this year, because Dallas won't get there maybe. And so I just feel like, Green Bay's they're super good, and Aaron Rodgers has been amazing. But I feel like Seattle's going to step up. I really do.
Okay. I got that prediction. We'll go with Seattle there, and we'll go with Buffalo for you as a former Bill. That would be good. Hey, Foss, Tony wants an autograph pick. Can you make that happen and send it out to Australia for her?
You know, for Tony, most likely, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for doing that.
And Foss, I want an autograph picture of you down in that 3-point stance. Look like you're going to snap the football.
Oh, you want that one, huh?
I want that. You
There
never
he
snapped
is.
the football in your life.
That
Not
is-
in the game.
I'm gonna
Ever.
get you that one. I'm gonna get you that one, Deanie.
Foss is breaking out his 2003 Austin Most Eligible Bachelor issue, which he showed us last week on Sports Talk, which has him in that 3-point stance. So it's good, Foss. I like.
I would happily line up in nose guard against that kid.
No problem.
Give him a little bit.
Hey, Cappy, we lined up in summer, you know, our 2-a-days practice, and I did not like this at all.
I tried to kill him.
We were supposed to go. I had to wait and go on 2, and
I didn't.
I knew he was going to go on 1, and boom. So
Give me 5 yards, 5 yards. Take it. You can have it. I might be offsides, but you ended up on your backside.
yeah.
He knows it's the
Worth
truth.
every yard.
Hey, before I wrap it up with you guys, Dean, you were just in the area last time we spoke. You were filming out there in Tier C, right outside of in the Cruces area. Any chance we can get you back in this area sometime soon?
Absolutely. I had a great experience there. And the crew was wonderful. Everybody was fantastic. TRC can be pretty quiet, so it was nice and quiet there. I like that when I'm working. Really friendly folks around there. Had a great time. I'm actually planning on producing, directing, and starring in a picture that I wrote early next year, and we're looking at Las Cruces, which is real close to you guys over there in El Paso. So we're highly considering it. So its location, that's where we're our number one. It's our number one choice at this point in time. And if we make things happen, I'll be there, and I'll be able to pop over and, you know, go say hi in El Paso.
That'd be great. Keep in touch. And especially if you do that, we'd love to see you. Then we just got to get Foss to come into the studio, and we'll just reunite you guys face to face. How's that?
I like that. Maybe we got to get you guys over to the movie and put you in the film as a couple of broadcasters.
I don't know if I could act like that. I've never broadcasted before in my life.
I'm a great director.
You know?
I can get you there.
All right, that'd be good. I like that. I like that a lot. Foss, I want to wish you and Dean both a very Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy New Year. And you guys have been great today, so thanks for coming on. Foss has been with us an hour and 20 minutes. He was buying time before you came on, and I'll be honest with you, we kind of ran the gamut with him because, you know, we could talk to Foss for a while, but we were waiting, we were stalling. So thanks for popping on today and joining us on the show, Dean.
I apologize for being a little bit late. I was stuck doing another show, actually, a live show, and I was stuck on it. And Foss knew I thought it'd be done, but I wasn't.
Yeah, we're happy to have you here. It's great.
Happy to be here, Cappy. Thank you.
And make sure you get Foss. You're going to be getting that shirt soon, that Tampa Bay shirt. So you'll be excited about that.
It'll be good, man. You know, it's that's a one of a kind. I do appreciate that. I got to figure out I sent him something already.
Okay.
So
Got it. I haven't opened it.
So yeah, you know, presents all around, Cappy, and we send you our best. Hopefully this was a live present from us to you, man. Certainly I've enjoyed the relationship. Yes, we should have started it earlier in life, but you were freaking 30 miles away on the other side of the Franklin Mountains, dude. I could only do so much as a teenager. You know, I couldn't get to you just like that, but we got together as soon as we could. There is one thing that's going to be different this year. No Sun Bowl.
That's true.
And you know, I don't like not having some of these bowl games, but I do appreciate the safety and the wherewithal that the common sense for one season may have to prevail for the safety of the athletes and others that would be a part of the bowl season. But we'll, I'm sure, be back in 2021 and get out there. I know Mr. Olivas was a great guy. I met him doing the live segment last year when he came and met us out at the remote. So big shout out to everybody at the Sun Bowl. Tony the Tiger, Sun Bowl.
You got it. That's good. We'll get the two of you guys to that game next year. That would be a lot of fun. Have you guys both?
Little coin toss.
Well, I'm not going to just guarantee you're both getting the
No,
coin toss next year, but we'll see if we can make you a part of it. How's that? That'll be fun.
No problem. Listen, it's been a great bowl game. It's been great to play in that stadium. One of my best runs of all time, Dean. 67-yard touchdown against the Bel Air Highlanders. It was nice. So senior year. Yeah. Times. But Cappy, thanks for having us. So are we off next week then? Is that correct?
We have one show Monday, and then we're done the rest of the week for bowl games. Yes, that is correct.
Fair
so
enough.
we'll be off. Are the Cowboys going to win this week before we wrap it up? Are they going to win 2 in a row?
Who they got?
San Francisco.
No.
Okay. Dean says no. What about you, Floss?
It'll be tough if they do. I'm leaning no.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I think the reason why Andy Dalton came back energized, in Cincinnati last week, and they had no Joe Burrow. I think if Joe Burrow would have been in town, capable, that may have gone a different way as well. But I think too much San Francisco.
Everybody's coming back. They're getting healthy, and San Francisco's a juggernaut if they're healthy. They don't have everybody. Is Bosa back?
I don't think it matters.
It might not.
All right.
Yeah.
Guys.
Yeah, I'd like to say Cowboys, but I can't.
I understand.
I hope I'm wrong.
You're probably doing what everybody else is doing, picking against them. So there's nothing wrong with that.
I just say lean San Francisco, but yeah, I mean.
There goes the division pick right out the window. There it is, just gone. So
that would make it the end.
That means we're left with the Giants.
There you go. Last team standing. Guys, appreciate the time again, and thanks so much for joining us today.
Thanks, Kevin.